Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. So it's recently come to my attention that Walmart is selling something pretty crazy. Um, I'd say the only thing crazier than that would be like, FYE selling Serbian film, which they totally did. If you don't know about that movie, look it up, but be warned. So yeah, Walmart is selling the box set of Faces of Death. That's pretty crazy by Walmart standards. Um, at least, I mean, they used to have standards. Back in the day, you couldn't even get an uncensored CD from Walmart. You'd have to like go somewhere else because if you got it there, edited. Now, it's not the same as this box set. This is the original box set, released by Gorgon Video. Gotta love them. This has volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 2 bonus programs, which I'm pretty sure are the Fact or Fiction and the Worst of Faces of Death. Now, Fact or Fiction is pretty good because it actually shows how they did some of the behind the scenes for some of the staged stuff, like the monkey scene. If you know, you know. That scene was recreated. Because mainly they just wanted to touch on, these things happen. Now, there's been rumors that they're going to remake Faces of Death. I don't know how that they would do that and put it out in theaters. If they're going to do it like this, it's not going in theaters. It's going to go direct to video. Maybe Shudder would stream it, but I don't think Shudder's even streaming these. So if you don't know, the original Faces of Death lives in infamy as one of the first shockumentary type things. I should have grabbed it, but it's it's right here. Kind of in the style of like Mondo Violence, stuff like that. Now I do have the original releases on VHS. So let's see what the back of this VHS says about Faces of Death. Often imitated, never equaled. That is true. I have seen a lot of the knockoffs, like Traces of Death. Basically, if you grew up when the internet was kind of early in the stages, you've probably been to Rotten.com or, there's other sites like that. But basically, sites where you can see some shit that you probably shouldn't see. But this was like kind of the home video market. Like, yay! Little Billy and Susie looking through the VHS aisle at the mom and pop rental store. They're like, Faces of Death? What is this? And then they take it home and they watch a guy get electrocuted. Which, it was fake, but if you saw that when you were younger, you probably thought it was real. Now, more like the executions and stuff like that. Those are actually real, tragedies. So yeah, this series is pretty infamous, but let me go ahead and read what it says on the back. Possibly one of the most talked about video series of all time, Faces of Death examines the many guises of death in extreme close-up, sure to shock, horrify, and even repulse. These brutal films are not meant for the faint of heart. This classic series is the one true original Faces of Death, except no substitute. The first volume features a vicious pit bull fight, the clubbing of baby seals, monkey brains, a man setting himself on fire, an electrocution, San Francisco cultists dining on human organs. I don't remember that part. A suicidal jumper taking his final leap. Ooh, that's pretty rough. A visit to a slaughterhouse, an alligator attack, and a visit to an autopsy room. Now, I will say, if you want to watch a much better, much more disturbing film about autopsies, you need to look up Orozco the Embalmer. It is a foreign film. I think it's set in Cuba? Maybe. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen it. But it is a very, very rough watch. And it's basically just about the process of embalming bodies and what this guy, Orozco, has done for his entire career. And it is a very, very rough watch. So yeah, there you have the original Faces of Death. Then you have Part 2, which gotta love. I love that artwork. But I also have the t-shirt for Part 2. I like this design too, so I'd love to get a tape of this. Maybe I'll custom make one someday if I figure out how to do that. Um, okay, so Faces of Death 2. Let's see what this one says. Possibly one of them. Oh wait. Oh, that's just the tagline on all of them. So let's see what's in this one. Okay. Faces of Death 2 features guerrilla death squads in El Salvador, napalm bombings in Vietnam, the drugging of a monkey. Oh, that one's rough. A dolphin slaughter. Ooh. A train disaster in India, Cambodian lepers, a death museum, a diver high on PCP, and a boxer going down for his final count. Yikes. They did get a little more gruesome as they went on. I want to say it's in 3. We'll look at 3 in a second. There's 3. One of them has one that I saw, and I probably shouldn't have found it so funny. It was one of the staged ones, but it's like a magician, and he's got his hands tied, and there's like it looks like a weight bench, like the weight. Has all these knives sticking out of it and shit. So he's like laying down and he's trying to like undo. He's got his hands behind his back underneath, and there's like a flame on the rope. It's like, oh, go. And of course, he doesn't get out in time, and it's just on his head. And me and my friend rewound that like so much, way more than we probably should have. We're terrible people. So yeah, Faces of Death 3. Faces of Death 3 features disaster on Germany's Autobahn, drug smugglers meeting their demise in the Florida Everglades, a parachutist landing in a crocodile pit, torture and murder in El Salvador. A lot of El Salvador. I guess they just have no rules. Stay away. A PCP addict getting high, a video... Whoa, I don't remember that one. I don't know if I should say this word. I doubt I'm going to get monetization on this channel, but a videotaped r/murder. I don't remember that one. If that's a real one, that's pretty extreme, but it's probably a recreation, but still, like, really? And a gruesome encounter between a car thief and 2 junkyard dogs. So, there's that one. And then Faces of Death 4 is technically the final one because everything after that, such as Worst Of, were just like greatest hits, compilations, whatever. Possibly, I keep reading the first part. Faces of Death 4 features a cremation, an electrocution, a terrorist destroyed by his own bomb, the massacre of a Colombian wedding party. That one's real. The drawing and quartering of a Russian peasant, and a man-eating tiger turning on his trainer. So, these movies are definitely some of the most infamous from the VHS rental days. And if you went to these stores and looked around, you probably saw them sitting on the shelf. I know I did. And I think me and my friend rented the third one, like I said, the one with the magician act. I did see more of them later. I remember there's one, maybe it wasn't this, there's one where it's like a surgery and it's just the actor. They have to peel the face down, and the way, it was a little kid too. The way the face looked with it all smushed, it was just so disturbing. So yeah, these are definitely not movies that you would expect Walmart to sell. So I don't know how long these are going to last on the shelves. I personally haven't seen them in my town, but I've seen photographic evidence of other people seeing them in their Walmarts with the sticker, the price tag. I want to say it's $30, $35, somewhere around there. So that's pretty reasonable considering, these tapes go for like $100 or so. I got a good deal on these. Oh. But you can see they make the little side art. Like, it's weird. Like, I think horror movies like this and Freddy, and then like anime, that's the only VHS I know where they were doing like side art. So yeah, if you guys are interested in checking those out, you used to be able to watch the first Faces of Death on YouTube for free, but I'm not sure if you can anymore. If you can, I would probably surmise that it would be censored somehow, or maybe copyright claims. You can listen to the soundtrack on YouTube, and there's like a song in there. It's like Jesus doesn't live here anymore. I think that's when the man's like setting himself on fire. I believe it's like a protest or some sort of religious thing. So it's kind of funny. Shouldn't be. And most of these are hosted by Dr. something B. Gross. I remember this last name. And he adds kind of a air of brevity and respect to the topic. And he's not, cracking jokes. Because there's actually a series like this. I don't think it's Traces of Death. There's so many spin-offs and whatnot. But there's one where they crack jokes over real shit. And it's like, wow, that's pretty messed up even by back then standards. And then you got your unedgy teenager ones that have just like metal music over like car crashes and, coroners like performing autopsies. Like, wow! And there are way more extreme videos that you can probably look up on the surface web, but I would not recommend it because I know everyone's seen shit that you've seen on TikTok or Facebook or maybe Instagram that you inadvertently saw, and you're just like, I can't unsee that. Thanks. You didn't go looking for it, but it found you. Congratulations. Welcome to the internet. And there's shit right here on YouTube that you can probably look up. It's probably hidden, but so yeah, there you have it. Faces of Death could be at your local Walmart. If you're interested, I would say proceed with caution. But yeah, it's definitely a moment in horror history and one that I thought was interesting enough to bring up and show you guys my collection. I haven't watched these movies in a while, so maybe if they make a remake, I'll do a comparison. I used to do like remake versus original on my other channel. Hey, that would be a great first one to do for this one. So until the next video, until I think of another topic to yap about, leave a comment below. Let me know. Have you seen Faces of Death? What was your experience like with that movie or series, if you've seen more than one? And what was like the most memorable scene that lives rent-free in your head? Mine's definitely The Magician. I'm terrible. It's still kind of funny. But at least it's like staged. I know things like that do happen. So I'm not saying the real events are funny, but these recreations are pretty funny. But hey, until next time, thanks for checking out the channel and have a great day.